Evening, back with the Amiga RAM expansions. Just going to spend a little bit of time cleaning them up. I've got some other RAM expansions to possibly clean up, look at, test. We might try a modification on an Amiga 500 to give us a full 1 meg chip RAM. Yeah, so just sort of going with the flow, really, see what we come across here. And yeah, so let's hop across to the bench and make a start there. Hey, Mr. Bogan, guess what? I can see your chat. So I've put a screen. Yep, I've put a screen here. Let me switch over. Naked PCBs. I connected that screen there to a little PC sitting over here so I can monitor chat, and I've got that screen there that's monitoring the what the camera's seeing. Yeah. So yeah, hopefully it's not ideal, but it's getting closer to where I want it to be with it. I was messing around with my camera here today. Let's bring that down a bit. Something like that. What's that? Don't mind me. I'm messing around with the camera. Oh, what? Really? Yeah, that sucks. So if I hop over to the bench, the other bench, I can still read your chat, which is handy. So yeah, basically I just removed, what did I do here? I just temporarily removed this little diode there. I think I'm going to stick with this setup. It seems to work pretty well. That's weird, isn't it? So I'm going to stick with this here. What I did, this is the board that I actually posted up a photo of on Discord. And you could see a dark area here even after I'd been at it with the fiberglass pen. And the fiberglass pen wasn't getting through the solder mask, not without a heap of scrubbing. So effectively, I got medieval with it and just used the screwdriver to lightly scrape off the solder mask and get down to the bare PCB, which I just I treated with a little bit of vinegar and then cleaned it with IPA and used nail polish. And so yeah, looking pretty good there. So just get that back to working order by connecting the battery back up. I actually really like these little battery holders for this application. I think they do a pretty good job. You know, they're nice and flat. You can just double-sided tape them down, Velcro them, whatever you want to do. It's got a little on-off switch there for switching it on and off. And Bob's your uncle, pretty much. I don't really see the point in putting one of those. So what I did with one of the other ones, where's the, let me just find the the little kit from Amiga kit. I know it's an expensive way to buy them. This is an expensive way to do it. I wouldn't recommend it because it's easy enough to do it yourself. But you know, this was sort of off the shelf, bam, done. Little coin cell holder. That there. You know, with the fancy board with the bloody diode and all the rest of it. You know, it's handy because, you know, basically you just take your existing board, bam, through the holes, done, right? But the thing I've found with these is, yeah, maybe they're designed for the likes of the Amiga 2000, etc. Because if you mount it through the existing holes here, that's all well and good through here, but the problem is it's a little bit too, the diameter is a little bit too large, and it kind of interferes with the shielding cage. And so I find that you kind of have to skew them off a little bit, and you know, and yeah, it's handy, but I reckon just one of these, cheap as chips, AliExpress, you buy them by the bloody thousand if you wanted to, still wouldn't break the bank. Cheap as chips. Schottky diode, cheap as chips, again, AliExpress. And you know, I mean, that's the length of the wire that comes with these here. So I just crop the wires down to a reasonable size, and bam. Yeah. So the good thing about this one is it wasn't rooted. This one here was a little bit more rooted, as you say, Mr. C. And so what I did with this is I basically just soldered straight onto the, I soldered onto the trace actually, and also directly onto the ground plane. Oh no, not a serious question. Oh, I'm not sure about that. And so, you know, that seems pretty good. Yeah, because I want to use them for productivity. Seriously, I like to, and I like, what I do like is having, you know, dates and times on my files and bits and pieces. Yeah. And if I've got them, I'll use them. So that's what I'm doing there. So that one just needs to go back in. Yeah, I'm aware of that. Yes, that is an option. So that's partly, or potentially, what I'm going to look at tonight is doing the upgrade where it'll make this part of the chip RAM. And so, yeah, that's the plan. Yeah, and I kind of like having a clock that's at the right time and everything, even if it's just to fire up the clock application and watch the hands of the clock go round. Yeah. just whack this heat shrink over here. It's probably not 100% necessary, but put that there. I reckon that's a pretty good solution. I've seen people, you know, like remove resistors, and it might be this one down here, and you know, sort of hack the board, not really hack it, but just configure the board differently so that you can just, you know, run your positive terminal here without having to put a diode in line here, because you can possibly use one of these diodes down here. I don't really see the point when you can just whack a diode in line and put your battery on and you're done. I mean, it seems just a bit more simple. Yeah. So that one I know is working. So I'm happy enough to put it back in its little cubby. It's a little bit of rust there. I might just get with the fiberglass pen. Actually, I've got a little wire brush that actually might do a better job of that. Just realised I better turn the battery back on, eh? Oh. 2 volts. The voltage is up and down a bit. Yeah, I'm going to recan them. I'm just a bit more comfortable with them recanned. Voltage is up and down a bit though, and I wonder if it's just, I mean, is this normal? You know, it might just be my probing. Oh, yeah, it's settled down now. That seems low, doesn't it? I mean, there is a diode in line there, but... Well, look at that, up to 3. Yeah, I wonder if, look at that, and now it's settled. Oh, it's probably the capacitors charging as well, right? Yeah, that's stabilized now. I wonder if it's just those capacitors charging and, you know, the circuitry doing its thing. But yeah, it's pretty stable now. Yeah. Stable as now though. Wow, it's nice, handy being able to read the chat right over here. But yeah, well, the other thing is too is the batteries are probably not 100% brand new. Yeah. There it goes, look, it's starting to do something. I wonder if it's just that clock, that Oki clock, as you say, Kelsey, it's getting a bit hungry on it. Anyway. I'd say that's a go. And yes, I'm going to recan it. These things are, it's easy to get apart and put back together. Just as I say that, you'll see me flail around trying to get the can on. Right, there's one done. But I'll whack it on the bench and get it into a machine and run a test on it, eh? Sure she's still all go. Yeah, I put a 2.0 ROM in it. That's what I had in my Amiga back in the day. So my very first Amiga was a 500 with a 1.3 ROM. That was all good. And there's a reason I put a 2.0 ROM in this, because I had the A500, the extra RAM, the Supra and the zip drive hooked up. And I put 2.04 Workbench on it and WHD load, just for science. And she's all good. But yeah, so in that pack there, that one there, I bought brand new, the 2.0 upgrade, and you know, you swap out the Kickstart ROM and yep, Supra. I've got the Supra RAM and the Supra removable SideQuest. And so this is a pretty close to, you know, what I had when I had my Amiga back in the day. So test will be, if I turn that off. Yeah, I've tried that. Yeah, obviously it does nothing until you switch to digital. Let's make an alarm. Is that working? I can't hear anything, although you might be able to, because I can see audio. That's not the right one. What did I set it for? Oh, I set it for 48, didn't I? I just did one beep. That was the alarm. One measly beep. What the hell's that for an alarm? One beep? That's not going to wake you up. Certainly wouldn't wake me up. Alice caught a mouse last night. Thanks, William J. Cheers for the sub. Alice caught a mouse last night and proceeded to dissect it in the living room last night. That's it. That's the alarm. That's pathetic, isn't it? And the other half got up, and because she was chasing it around in the lounge and trying to rip it apart and making all sorts of noise, jumping all over the furniture, razzing around, got the missus up. And she was rearranging furniture, trying to catch this mouse, and Alice was running around the place like a mad thing. This is all like at 2 in the morning. I basically slept through the whole lot, didn't even realise. I slightly registered that she'd got up and must have been out to it. Yeah, that's a pathetic alarm, isn't it? Anyway, let's turn the computer off and see if it keeps time. And I've got this other one here to tidy up. Yeah, it's like one measly beep. I do like the Amiga 1000 one. It's like, I do like that. This one here I tested last night, and she's all hunky-dory, so pretty much I'll just run with the same configuration with this one, except I'd like to deal with this copper. This one was quite damaged. Where are you? There. As you can see, it's pretty nasty. So yeah, I don't see anything wrong with just sort of tapping in to anywhere you can sort of get to, really, with because you know these through holes, they're just nasty. You know, the through holes are basically destroyed, so I'm not even going to bother trying to recover them, and I don't see the point when you can just tap onto the traces like this. And you know, I've cleaned it up. I've cleaned it up best I can, really. I can't really see how it's, you know, going to spread too much from there. Interestingly though, this oaky chip has been reworked at some stage. Look at the flux residue around the on the back side there. Interesting, and someone's just not bothered cleaning it up. It's not an overly nice solder job either. It's a little bit crusty looking. So I thought I'd just go ahead and do the old nail polish treatment. That actually probably needs cleaning. Probably like 30-year-old flux. Looks better. Yeah, I wonder if it's been replaced, obviously, at some stage, eh? I was going through the process of tinning all the copper, but I don't think it's worth it. I do the you know, the traces I'll potentially tin up, but I don't think it's actually worth getting too carried away. The colour's not quite right, but it'll do. Nah. Not doing the UV curing stuff. Can't be bothered. Pain in the butt. This is Revlon. Revlon, some sort of green. Amazing how far the rot can go, though. I've got a Amiga 500 Plus repair to do. It seems okay on the surface, like it'll boot a Workbench 2 disk, you know, looks fine. But it will not start the Amiga test kit disk. When you try and start the Amiga test kit, the floppy drive makes a noise that you wouldn't consider to be normal. It doesn't sound horrendous or anything like that, it's just not normal. And then you get a red screen. So there's definitely something up, and I noticed, I mean, when I first cracked out the 500 Plus, it wasn't spinning the floppy drives up, and the 12 volt line was down, and I found that yeah, the 12 volt line was like 2.4 or something like that, and so the floppy drives were just failing to do their thing. And so I, you know, and Gary's looking pretty sad, the socket's looking a bit sad, and you know, I extracted the chip and the legs were pretty crusty looking. So I cleaned the socket best I could, and there's quite a bit of damage around that area, and I cleaned up the legs on Gary, made his legs look nice, and you know, as I say, it sort of seems alright on the surface. I got it up and running, but I did notice when I was using the A500 that sometimes it wouldn't spin the hard drive up, and that got a little bit worse. It deteriorated as time went on, and so I think there's some sort of issue with the power with the 12 volt, and I think it's related to, you know, that area that's looking a bit dodgy, and so yeah, that needs the full bloody remove the sockets on at least Gary. The rest of it's not too bad. There's a few traces that look like they could have been or that definitely damaged traces. They're intact, I think, to a point, but there's definitely potential there for some issues, and so I think that I'll I'll at least remove Gary, and probably re-socket, like get another socket for that. And check those traces, just clean the whole area up, remove components as required around that area, just to facilitate some cleaning in that area. But yeah. So that's a little project. Whether I get that done before I go in for surgery or not, I don't know, because surgery is next Thursday. Not sure I'll be able to tackle the 500 plus, because potentially that could be quite a job. That finger there, Dupuytren's contracture. So that finger's going under the chop, and they're going to redo my thumb. That one there is kind of getting tight as well, that one there. And this one, I mean, yeah, you guys, that's as far as I can straighten that one out. That's it. Yeah, so they, that's this tendon down here gets contracted, that one there, and this one's starting to go as well. But they release this one, but they can cock it up. I mean, that's the last one they did. They completely ballsed it up, so it can go bad. And if it wasn't for the fact that that's actually usable as such and doesn't get in the way and it's not painful, which is good, it's great, it's best case scenario really. If it was painful or getting in the way and whatnot, they'd just amputate it. She'd be gone burgers. There's not much else they can do, because they've had a go at it and ballsed it up. And it's the second time round, it's a lot harder because there's a whole lot of scar tissue to deal with, and it's pretty nasty. So I'm working pretty hard to get on top of my workload, because I've only got 4 days, and the work just keeps coming in. So I'm allocating a certain amount of jobs per day, and when I fill my calendar to the end of Wednesday, I just basically tell people that's it. Sorry, no more work for probably a couple of weeks. And so, yeah, I'll be out for a couple of weeks. I'm not sure how much I'll be able to do. Like, I probably wouldn't be able to do anything like this. I mean, you really need 2 hands for this sort of carry on. So I'll be like one hand behind my back. But I'm thinking that to continue the streaming and whatnot, I'll probably just play Age of Empires, because it's nice and easy, left-handed mouse work, nice and easy. So yeah, right, that's good. That's good. I'm tempted to not even bother taping them down. I mean, there's a bit of room inside these things, right? And so, I mean, the wires are going to hold them fairly close to where they need to be. So I reckon just sort of about there. Yeah, I've been through the, I'm kind of, what's it called? I think you kind of call it cack-handed. So I write with my left hand, but I do a lot of other stuff right-handed. So yeah. Like if first-person shooters, I play like anyone else would, except I invert the mouse. With a slower paced real-time strategy like Age of Empires, I can play left-handed. You know, I can use a mouse when I'm working. I can use it left-handed if I'm just, you know, emailing and dealing with documents and things like that. It's no worries. Yeah, so, but just dealing with stuff with one hand is a pain in the butt. I was saying last night, you really take your hands for granted. It's not until you're without them that you really realise that, even if it's just one. Like, I couldn't even get the lid off bloody coffee. It's an unscrew cap, and I couldn't get the lid off the coffee. That was like, yeah, serious. Oh, just reading about your boy there, Evil C. Nothing too serious, I hope. Yeah, geez, it's it really does make you appreciate having two hands. I guess you could solder. You could use like, you know, those helping hand crocodile clip things. But it takes you like 3 times as long to get anything done. Just reading your one, William. Yeah, certainly can. Yeah, we need to be thankful for our health, and you know, don't take that for granted either. It's just, yeah, scary, really. making sure I don't have a dead short. Yeah, that's all good. I've got one of these that I repaired years and years ago, and I plugged it into the 500, and the bloody thing caused the 500 to not boot. I was a bit worried about it having done some damage, but the 500 turned out it was okay, but still scary. Oh yeah, that's scary stuff, William. Yeah. Yeah, health as well, for sure. I'm tempted to tape that down. I had this fancy spongy double-sided tape. Can't find it, so I'm just using peasant double-sided tape. Just this stuff here. Oh, and I didn't learn my lesson from last time. Trying to peel this tape back. Is a pain. She managed to get it pretty quickly that time. It seems pretty Heath Robinson, but you know, I don't see it being a problem. I could just tell you all it's going to be temporary, but you'll get to know me, and you'll find in 10 years' time it'll still be like that. Oh shit o'clock. Oh jeez. Temperament. Yeah, that's the one. It's temperament. And yes, I'm going to can the thing again in this one. Before that switches on. See what the meter says on this one, just out of curiosity. If I put a battery back in it. Look at that, 1.2, 1. That doesn't seem good, does it? Is that just charging those caps, do you think? It's quite possible that battery's no good, actually. I don't think the circuit's dickered because this was working fine. But yeah, it could be that battery. Alice, what are you doing? Alice is crawling around down there. Yeah, that's... that's with the battery off. That was the capacitors. And off she goes. I reckon that battery might be a bit buggered. Next question is, do I have a decent battery? Come here. Come on. Come on. Alice might show up here. Come on. What are you doing? What are you doing? You'll get to see my mess of a room. And maybe Alice. Oh, come here. Come here. It's magic. Got a bit of string here. This will get her. Come here. Come and say hello. People haven't seen you for so long. You are shy, aren't you? There she is. Alice, she's grown quite a bit. Yeah. Yeah, she's pretty shy. She's good with us. She's not very good with strangers. Yeah, she's extremely cute. She gets away with bloody blue murder, I tell ya. Far out. Yeah. Trying to remember where I've left batteries. Tell you what, I'll put it aside and there might be another battery in another one of these here. Let's see. Here's one that's a little bit unusual. It's a Supra. It's called Amiga 500 RAM/clock. And I'm pretty sure that'll be bad. That'll be a bad battery, I'm sure. Zip. As you'd expect. Tell you what I'll do first though, before we attack this one. First of all, we'll desolder this battery off here. Jeez, it's been pissing down here today. OG Supra battery. Rechargeable, do you think? That's a Maxell. Yeah, I wouldn't trust it to be rechargeable. There's a diode on the +5 on the positive rail there. It looks like a Xena. So I'm wondering if maybe if that, I'm wondering if that's not rechargeable. And that's just a standard. Okay, the code, hang on. CR2 CR2032. So pretty sure that'll be non-rechargeable. I would say non-rechargeable, and considering there's a component here, we've got a Xena diode on the positive, I would say that would back up that theory. So the only way to be 100% sure will be plug this in and measure the battery contacts while it's running. But first of all, I think we'll check that as a, as far as the RAM's concerned, make sure she's all go. I'm just going to crank up this this other 500 here, see if that clock's kept its time. Nimble. Lost time, hasn't it? But sometimes these actually need a bit of running. They need a bit of time, bit of juice on them for a while. We'll see how that pans out. Good night. Yeah. I need to do some streaming with the wizard. It's RF only at the moment though, William, which is fine. I don't actually mind it being RF only, and I'm actually happy to capture it like that. I know people say, oh, you could get it so much better and looking so much better and blah, blah, blah. And yes, I could. But it's kind of like, yeah. So that's I think we were talking about that during the meetup, weren't we? I think you've got one of these too, haven't you? So it just takes the place of the controllers. Yeah. Yep. Pretty cool. It's a million times better than the flat surface keyboards, whatever you call those. Right, we have the RAM in there. Chiclet, no. Chiclet's different. Chiclet is more like raised rubber, sort of almost like the Spectrum is, or like the PET, the original PET I think is considered chiclet. These are like membrane. It's called a membrane keyboard. It's terrible. Terrible, Muriel. Right, let's see what the test kit. No, I haven't either. I've never seen a PET in real life. Yeah, actually, one of the newer ones I think it was, but not one of the older ones. But yeah, if you follow them, you'll see. They're almost like a old style cash register type. Right, what have we got? Memory. We've got half Amiga chip and 0 and 0, so oh yeah, I'd love to have a pet. They're so awesome looking, especially the older ones. So maybe this RAM's not working. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Why is this thing not working? Yeah. Such a cool machine though. Right, let's try that again. Here we go. I think I had them a row down, which is easy to do when it's not in a can like that. But I don't think this one actually came in a can. So let's just check the slow RAM. Yeah, I think the pet was quite an expensive beast, wasn't it? Okay, so that's looking good, right? So that RAM is working fine. While it's running, I just need to check those. I need to check to see if there's voltage on those two pads. If I can just flip this over while it's running. That's all right. It's mashing the keyboard as we speak. Right, let's just see if there's voltage there. Because if we don't got voltage, it means we don't have charge, which is good. It is. Yeah, I was just trying to get in. Come on, come and say hello. Come and say hello. We have 0 voltage on those battery terminals. So, yep, that's just a standard 2032 coin cell. Yeah, 0 voltage is good because that means that it's not had a rechargeable battery in it. if it was a recharge or rechargeable battery, that would be supplying voltage to recharge the battery. But because it's not, that we know that it's just a standard 2032. So I reckon check to see whether the yep. BL 2020, eh? So I'm just going to do my, actually, have I got more of those? Oh, I'm getting low. I might have to order more of these. Quite like those, actually. Pretty handy. Just have to find a battery now. Cat's running around like a mad thing. Actually, if I grab the battery out of this, I mean, it could be completely munted now, but yeah, this battery came out of some random old keyboard computer. One thing I must say is they haven't designed it overly well so that you can actually get the bloody coin cell out. I'll dig it out with something non-conductive if I can. Yeah, that's just a little, you know, slot somewhere to get your fingernail in would have been quite handy. Jesus Christ. Do I take back what I said about these? There we go. See what sort of voltage we get with it not under load. 2.9. 2.9. That's looking better. Makes me wonder if there is something up with that other card. Yeah, that's solid 2.9. Okay. Oh, the Dick Smith Wizard used that sound chip. I've also got a dead Dick Smith Wizard as well, William, which one day I think I'll have a go at repairing. She's as dead as a doornail. I don't know why, haven't looked into it. Okay, it's detected the real-time clock there. Did you have an original power supply? Did it go bad? Or have you... Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, so that's not going to tell us too much. We'll leave it off for a bit. I'm just going to take a quick break. Back a second.
Experience the mind unbounded. Amiga, the first personal computer that gives you a creative edge.
Okay, son. Remember to roll and land, alright, buddy? Yep. That's the boy.
Right. Well, I think that one on the bench potentially needs more work. I thought it was working okay. I just need to put a bit more time into that one. We'll worry about that later. And yeah, I'm not going to keep all of the, you know, I'm not going to keep batteries in them. I mean, I think I've got, I don't know, 6 of these things. I mean, how many 501s do you need? How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't need 7 501s. I do have probably got 7 bloody Amiga 500s though. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'll do with them. Probably will I'll possibly look at getting rid of some Amiga 500s, in which case I'll sell them probably with. But this one is definitely faulty. That one's got issues. Yeah, it's looking a little bit dodgy around this area. It's suffered from battery leakage. In fact, I'm tempted to lift the can on this one and have a look at it. So that one we've got a question mark on at this stage. Yeah, question mark on that one. Battery replaced 2016, so probably need to check that. And I've got this one, it's another, what is this? Not quite sure. It's got an on-off switch on it. It has a real-time clock as well, and it's got definitely posi there for a battery. A little bit of corrosion happening there, which I might just hit with the vinegar while we wait, or while we do something else. This one I suspect has got a, or had a rechargeable. Just looking at the state of the, you know, the residue that's on there, looks very much like rechargeable leaky battery residue. That's actually got a spot for a coin cell holder. Probably one of those Amiga kit ones that probably actually do quite well in here. Might as well use them. I'll just leave that to fester away there for a bit. Let's take a look at this faulty one here. Faulty exclamation. Yeah, it's had a bit of a acid attack, this one. Yeah. Quite a bit of corrosion on that one. And I would say looking at these areas, I mean, it looks a bit sort of toasty down here. So I wonder whether those pins are corroded as well, and you know, right in this pin socket here. It's a bit crusty. No, a bit nervous about that one, actually. Needs a really good clean up. Yeah, she just looks a bit sort of crustified. A little bit like it's been hot, you know. That pin there. You can see it's sort of a bit dark looking, this area. Don't know if I'd trust it. Not without giving it a good once over. Smells a bit funky too. Anyway, that can go on the we'll look at it sometime pile. But this one I've actually been using, so let's just make sure that the battery that was put in here is not a rechargeable job. Ooh, she's crusty. It's crusty, crusty. Let's get that out. Crusty. Here with the old vinegar treatment. Just going to move back to this other one while that vinegar takes effect there. Yeah, this is looking pretty clean actually. Oh, a little bit of crusty down in these sockets here. Yeah. It's a bit green on it. That. Pretty. Tempted to actually give this complete board a dousing rather than spot cleaning it. Yeah, that one's a bit green on it too. Tempted to remove all of these. But yeah, I won't bore you with that. That will take a little while. And then I need like a bath of bloody vinegar for these. But yeah, this one here, we'll just give it a quick coating once I clean this up. And then at a later stage, probably off stream, I will put together a little battery solution for that one. Get some IPA on that now. Just get rid of that vinegar. Right, I'll leave that to dry off, and then I think I might have a go at modding an A500 for Amiga chip RAM. Just put that aside. So the deal with these, this is a revision 6A, and the revision 6A, instead of putting, so you've got 512 meg here, this is chip RAM, and then you can add another 512 through the trapdoor, but by default that's what they call slow RAM. And you can do a mod with these jumpers, JP7A, and there's another one over here, JP2 over here, to incorporate this RAM into the chip RAM to give you a total of 1 meg, providing you've got the right Agnes, the fat Agnes here. But you don't necessarily even have to do that. If you just want a meg of chip RAM, what you can do is you can just populate these sockets here, these footprints, with another 512 meg of RAM, 512K, sorry, of RAM. Whack your capacitors in, do the mod that I'm about to do, and that gives you 1 meg of chip RAM here. So what I need to do is I need to cut a trace. There's these little jumpers down here. Well, they're not jumpers as such. They're actually pads that have been soldered in a specific configuration. And so if we take a look, that one, just try and get it in the center of that one there. That is bridged. It's bridged. These two, the middle and the right, is bridged, whereas we need to bridge the middle and the left there in relation to what you're seeing. And likewise with JP2, which you can't see, it's off. But so I need to cut the trace there and join this. And I need to do that ×2, job done, apparently. Never done it before, first time. So let's get special tool, track cutter, otherwise known as a scalpel. And I need to just cut this track here carefully. You can't see what I'm doing because I'm left-handed. But you'll just have to use your imagination. I'm sure there's a special tool for cutting tracks. It's got to be better than this, but anyway, this is how I've seen it done. Right, that is now disconnected. Yep, definitely disconnected. And if we're lucky, we can just solder blob across these two here. not blobbing across. I'll just use a little bit of wire. Oh, everything I saw says you do. I wonder if that's why you've had better success with it working. So, you know, without that in there. This is what so I just took a couple of notes while I was watching a video. It brings XRAM signal when you have the one that I just cut. When they're joined, it brings the XRAM signal low, and what I've done, it keeps it high, and it just tells the computer that there's no slow RAM. And the other one, JP2, is to do with the addressing. But yeah, sure. Now you got me wondering, Mr. C. But obviously you've done it and it's worked. So do you mean that you have no connections at all on JP7? That would explain it. I wonder if that's so. Do I just not undo what I've done, but just undo the latest solder bridge there? So there's no bridging between either of the pads. Is that how it should be? Yep. I'll just undo what I've done. Yeah, I knew about JP2, but from what I saw, they were doing these as well. Okay, so they're all disconnected now. That's right. You want just cut the factory trace. Okay, yeah. Okay. This one here is the next one. Do you use anything special for cutting traces? This blade doesn't seem to be a very good trace cutter. It's got it. Standing knife, yeah. I think it's working. Yeah. Yeah, that's got it. That's got it. Okie dokie. So I'll bridge that. Yep. So that's JP2. Done. Oh man, the 1940 of mine, you know, I mentioned to you, Cassie, that it was the colour was dull. It's come right completely. I've not had to do a thing to it. It's so glorious. I'm really looking forward to. You know, using it with AGA. Right. So, by rights, we should now be seeing Amiga chip. Do you reckon do you think the wobbliness is just because it hasn't been used for a while, or is there something else going on there? Yeah, seems to me that that's what they need, eh? Right, hopefully this thing doesn't go up in smoke. That'll ruin my day. I'll just cut the stream if that happens. No bangs, no smoke yet. It's booting. Let's see what Amiga test kit thinks of it. Yay, Amiga chip. Awesome. Was it being an ass after you did the mod? Is that what you mean? Or did you have to do the mod because the game was being an ass? That's looking good. Oh, okay. Bank 0. Oh, okay, yeah. I was messing around with WHD load and the Amiga 500 with some RAM added, fast RAM, 6 meg total. And I've just added some more RAM to my other, to my Supra. So I'm tempted to hook that up and whack the A590 on it with the SideQuest, the Zip, and the SCSI CD-ROM. And just because I can, right? Just for shits and giggles, really. Tits and pickles, I think, as you put it. That's looking good there. It's going to get a meg of chip and 8 meg of fast. Yeah. It's only 9 meg, yeah. So this here is my Supra 500 RX, which I've fully populated with 8 megs of RAM. But the thing is that if I'm going to be using this with my A590, which has 2 megs of RAM in it, I really want to take 2 out of this. Otherwise I'm exceeding the 8 meg limit. So I'm going to pull 4 of these. Oh, have you? Yeah. Oh, the metal one would be so much better. This is quite flimsy. Oh, okay. Yep. Yes, I would be interested. I've got a PCMCIA wireless card from Amiga Kit, but I've never been able to get it to work. I mean, I tried everything. I read all the documentation, you name it, I tried it. I sort of wondered, I actually wonder if it's faulty, but I never did get to the bottom of it. Yeah, well, I've got that issue at the moment myself with no appropriate Wi-Fi anyway. Is that a PCMCIA? Obviously it is. That's one thing I miss with the Amigas is the networking capabilities. Or lack of. Yeah. These aren't easy to get. These zip, they're a horrible idea. These zip memories, they're bloody hard to deal with. I'm not sure if I should be gripping them with pliers. It doesn't seem like a very safe idea. So I'm sort of just... Oh, that's what I should do, Mr. C. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to... I'll have another go with that Amiga Kit one, but I'm not convinced. I don't like pulling them with pliers. You know, they're so close together you can't get a hold on them. Pain in the ass. Might take the board out actually. It's only 2 screws. Yeah, that'd be bloody handy if I could get some networking running. Yeah, absolutely. That's all I really need to do. It's still not easy. Right, that should be 6 meg there. Right, and the jumpers. Let's see what I have to do there. Been through 61 iterations of the test there, that's working well. I can't do 6. I have to do 4, which is back to its original configuration. Oh, bugger. Main. Oof. Don't like doing that. Right. J1 on, J2 off, J3 off. Yeah, that'd be bloody early days of the internet. The Amiga 600. Jesus. Yeah. Yeah, it's got an 030 50 megahertz in it. Yeah, and a 601. I think I've got 4 megs of RAM. Fast RAM. Right. Let's get this crazy stack going here. Okay, 79 passes, that's fine.
Don't wanna be him just to see him. Ow. Don't wanna be him just to see him. Ow. Don't wanna be him just to see him. Ow.
She's a beast of a 500 when I get all this hooked up.
Don't wanna be him just to see him. 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 Don't wanna be him just to see him.
Their sidecar connections are pretty tight. Right, there's the A500. You've got to see this. That's what I've got tucked in the back here is the Supra drive removable, and the zip drive, and then SCSI CD-ROM, just for good measure. Just because we can, right? Like, why the hell not? I'm not going to put the external floppy drive on today. It's just pushing it a bit. She's a right rat's nest though, tell ya.
Okay, let's track it.
Bloody hell. Getting warm in here. So Superfrog wouldn't run. Civilization, you know, the CD version, it ran, but you couldn't see your settlers. Just kind of useless, and you couldn't see the city. If you establish a city, you couldn't see it. Right, here we go. Super is spinning up there. Is everything connected? I've got a black screen. That's not helpful. This is what happens when you disconnect everything. Did I? Yeah, there's no power. No power to the Amiga. Did I disconnect this power somehow? Let me just... have a check. Oh, did I switch the... Yeah, there's power to the Amiga. It's just it doesn't like... No, Amiga's not turning on if I have the... maybe it's the A500 plugged in? Let's see. Or is it this RAM? It's the A590. Okay, it's on now. Plug this SCSI back in. Yep, she's away. Might have been the SCSI cable wasn't quite 100%. So the setup is I've disabled the internal hard drive on here because I don't want to mess with it. It's a good original install. I'm hoping that it'll boot from the SideQuest. It was the other night, and the zip drive's like a data drive. But yeah, she's... There it goes. So it's booting off the SideQuest there. It's no speed demon, that's for sure. But and we should have 1 meg chip, right? And so this work folder, the work drive, is the zip. So we should have 6 meg and 1 meg chip. Okay. Good. Everything seems to be happy there. So it was the CD-ROM games that were giving me trouble. Let's try Superfrog, because that definitely refused to run. That was with, yeah, just the 1 meg. Sorry, yeah, half a meg of chip RAM. It wasn't overly impressed with. And see whether a meg is enough to play the CD version. It would have stopped by now. Oh, it's going to work. Oh, the monitor is glorious. It's not the quietest Amiga 500 you've ever come across. There's a bloody fan in the A500 is noisy as buggery. The Super Drive's noisy. The Zip's noisy. The CD-ROM's noisy. Everything's noisy except for the bloody 500 itself.
Super Frog.
I'm going to try my Competition Pro. Oh, did I bump something? I might have bumped something there, did I? Oh no. Oh, it's that weird weird resolution it puts out. I'm going to try my Competition Pro gamepad. It's from memory, it's not 100%. Yeah. Yeah, the left and right. Maybe as I use it, it might improve. I don't need these coins, but I'm just being greedy. Anyway, what I want to try now is civilization to see whether I can see my settlers. Perf. I think I put it on DH1, didn't I? No. Oh, sure, I saved a game. Did I put it on? No. Ugh. Yeah. Have to go through the whole start sequence. I don't think it lets you skip this, does it? Because isn't it? It's creating the world. Yeah, I'm not going to play it as such at this stage. I just want to see whether this machine will actually run it properly now that I've got the Amiga chip. Because last night when I tried it with the 1 meg, or with the half meg chip, half meg slow, you couldn't see the settler wagon, and then you settled a city and you couldn't see the city either. The game was running fine apart from that. Kind of bizarre. William, did you play this on PC? Because did you have an Amiga when you were younger? I don't know if you did. Yeah. Yeah, I think I first saw it on a PC. I saw it at the Nelson Polytechnic. My cousin was studying there, and I'd go and see him up in the computer lab, and he'd be playing SimCity. So yeah, got fond memories of seeing this up there, just like blown away. Oh, Speedball 2 is always fun, eh? Quick, easy way to ruin your joystick. Speedball 2. I remember getting quite good at it. I didn't really know what I was doing, but I tried it a couple of times recently and got my ass handed to me. The first time I picked it up again. Second time I did a bit better. Oh yeah. Yeah, I had a go with Wing Commander the other day on the Amiga. It seemed to go pretty well. I thought, Xeon, I thought this would be right up your alley. I thought if anyone had asked me what would Xeon's favourite early strategy game be, I would have said it would have to be Civilization, surely. I'm surprised to hear that. Oh, fair enough, yeah. Oh yeah, that's a lot later though. I mean, we're talking early. We're talking early here, we're not talking Red Alert Tiberian Sun. But yeah, I know. I'm hearing you. Yeah, this is 5 years earlier, is it? Maybe not. Year's this? Be 91 or something, is it? Doesn't have a date on it. Oh yeah, 91. Sorry, a few years before. Yeah. Doesn't let you skip this. Yeah, I never did see Paperboy. I think I was maybe a bit late to the party. No, I might have sort of been and gone through those early computer era games, and I don't know. It was probably just not on any platforms that I ever saw. Like, I'm not sure it was on the Spectrum. Don't recall. I guess it probably was though. Certainly wasn't on the Dick Smith Wizard. Oh God. Yeah. Jeez. Who would have thought you'd get sore from playing video games? I was sure I saved a game the other night. God knows where I put it. Yeah, I thought it might have had a specky release, just something that I never really got into. Did it just crash? Oh no. What's it doing? Okay. I'm just going to go easy. I chose the English last time. Elizabeth's not looking too flash, is she? Oh, okay. I now have a settler wagon. At least I can see it. Well, there you go. So Civ works with a meg of chip RAM. You know, 6 meg of fast RAM, but it won't work with half a meg of chip RAM and half a meg of slow. So that was you know, half a meg makes a difference, eh? Yeah, there's an AGA version on this. Yep. So there's another. There is. This is the non-AGA version. You get a choice when you start the game. Oh no, not when you start. It's just a different program that you run. So yeah, obviously doesn't need the 1 meg chip, hey? This won't have the full complement of ECS chips, so will it? Like Denise won't be ECS. It's got Fat Agnes, so because being a 6A revision, right? It's got a Fat Agnes. ECS supports 1 meg chip, obviously, because I've just done the mod. But yeah, we'll save the game this time. I'm just going to chuck it in RAM in the meantime. And then grab. Yeah, see there, you've got the AGA version just here, and non-AGA. Oh, fatter Agnes. Okay, apparently some of them people call them obese Agnes as well. Yeah, yeah. My 500 plus has got a ECS Agnes. And so it's the fat Agnes that, yeah, see it says ECS Agnes 1 meg, but just standard Denise, obviously. Oh, okay. Obviously, I didn't save that game in there. Did I put it in SideQuest? Right. I was thinking I should be able to get some higher resolutions here too, shouldn't I? But I just get the PAL high res, and the high res interlace. I think that's a restriction with Denise, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, mine's damaged to the point where it's not 100%, my 500 plus. Yeah, so I what I did is I added um oh, does it go in? Yeah, so my understanding was that you just copy monitors from the monitor store to the monitors here. So I put in the multi-scan in here. Um, but do I need to put that into devs, do I? Two point oh four. I wanted to stick with the OG that came with that kit up there. Yeah. So I basically put this into here. Yeah, right. Yeah. Uh, oh yes. Yeah. 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 So I might as well just put that back where it belongs. So pretty much I'm stuck with what I've got here, aren't I? Aren't I? Unless I upgraded Denise, right? Yeah. See if I can load that game. Yeah, I thought about doing that, but I want to recover the 500 plus. So the 500 plus looks fine on the surface, like it'll boot Workbench, but like the Amiga test kit won't boot, goes to a red screen. Floppy drive doesn't quite sound right either, and I did have trouble with the floppy drive on that one, but yeah, well, I'll visit that. a little bit of corrosion. It's not too bad. I'm hoping that it's just going to be a matter of maybe replacing a socket and cleaning, giving Gary a good old clean up. And just a good clean, like I was doing with those A501s, you know, get down to the copper layer where it's been damaged and give it a good clean, tin up some of the traces, see how it goes. We have a save game. I'd quite like to do a side-by-side comparison of this version and the AGA version. Right. It'd be quite cool to see them running side by side. Righto. I think that's about it for me tonight. Had a reasonably successful night, I think, with the cleaned up couple of the A501s and did the mod on the Amiga here. Gives me Amiga chip RAM. Pretty happy with that. Got a few more projects on the go. Clean up another couple of those A501s and memory cards, things like that. I've got the op amp for the Amiga 600 to hopefully fix the sound issue, but I want to put a bit of practice in to just get back into the groove with the surface mount soldering. So just going to find something to practice on, to do that first, and then come back to the A600. So yeah, probably might have a look at attacking that in the weekend. We'll see how I go. Yeah. But we'll raid across to Condor Inn. What is he doing? He is Styx, Master of the Shadows. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you possibly tomorrow, maybe Saturday, maybe Sunday. We'll see how we go. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, William. Good night.